Skip it up and that up.
Oh, Richard, the Xbox One's not selling. What are we gonna do?
How about everybody, whether you hate the Xbox One, love the Xbox One, whatever, calm the hell down and realize the console hasn't even been out for 2 months yet, and stop judging the sales of either console, the PS4 or Xbox One, at least for a year, maybe even longer than that. Anyway, I'll talk more about that in a second. So, there was a NeoGAF posting. I got this from pixelenemy.com. There was a NeoGAF posting showing that GameStops apparently are struggling to sell Xbox Ones. Hey, if you follow me on Facebook, you saw I put a picture up. I was like at, where was I? Walmart. And they had Xbox Ones there. The stock was plentiful. And I asked them, there were no PS4s. But as you're seeing here, there's a picture. They have all the bundles with, Just Dance 2014, because I'm sure that'll move consoles off the shelf. Anyway, but they're resorting to actually making signs to talk about the features of the Xbox One, which these are true. And hey, maybe if people just paid attention to E3, which I highly doubt they didn't realize the rest of the stuff with them reversing their DRM policies with how public it was. But hey, people aren't nerds like you and I, and they aren't as into gaming, so maybe they just saw E3 and they were like, hey, the Xbox One is DRM. But this is what the sign says. You're looking at it right now. Did you know the Xbox One will play pre-owned games? It will play games off or online. The Kinect is not required to install, even though they're making you pay $100 extra fucking dollars for it, and I've already bitched about the Kinect enough. And it is not region locked. And also the other thing they should have said on there, even though it's probably tough to fit into the sign, is that you could record Xbox One footage to a capture card without any kind of HDC stripper. So that's okay. Okay, they're making a homemade sign. No big deal. But it gets worse than that. And this is where GameStop's starting to get shady. It also seems like GameStop employees are really pushing the Xbox One. They're actually shitting on the PS4, according to some customers that went there. They said one employee went as far as to say that he even uses his PS4 as a stand for his Kinect because it has no games, which, okay, I'll give it to him. Technically, right now, the Xbox One has a little bit more of a better exclusive library, but that's not saying much because I'm not a fan of Forza, so. But yeah, apparently, which I would need to go to some GameStops myself and see. Maybe if I'm ambitious enough, I'll do it. Apparently, Microsoft, it seems like they might be putting pressure, or GameStop themselves is putting pressure on themselves to get Xbox Ones out the door, which, I don't know, saying negative things about the PS4 to sell Xbox Ones is pretty stupid. If they're actually doing it. This is a one-store example. Look, fact, basically in the same amount of time, minus the PS4 in the States came out a week earlier, the PS4 managed to sell 4.2 million consoles worldwide, and the Xbox One only managed to sell 3 million. Both numbers are still respectable, but that's a fairly big gap. Fact, I've been to many stores. I was just at Best Buy because I got a Canon T3i camera for work. There was a whole stack of Xbox Ones. They didn't have PS4s in stock. Now, does this mean doom and gloom for the Xbox One? No, I'm also a realist. I'm not going to fall into that fanboy camp, even though Xbox One pissed me off. No, it's way too early to tell, and 3 million is still a respectable number for the short period of time the Xbox One has been out. Look, other facts. It's $100 more expensive than its competitor right now. I guess you could say the Wii U is a competitor too, but you get what I'm saying. It's $100 more than its main competitor, which is the PS4. A lot of people, like myself, aren't interested in the Kinect. I don't care that you could disconnect it. I'm spending money on something I don't give a fuck about. I know there's people that fap to the Kinect and think it's the best thing out there. Brodio, I'm looking at you. I love you, dude, but I know you're obsessed with the Kinect. I think it's stupid. And I'm sure a lot of other people out there, I don't want this thing. I don't want to spend the extra money on it. So actually, if you flip it, and if you think about it, they sold 3 million units of a console that's $100 more expensive than their competitor with a peripheral that gets a lot of negative feedback from people. So if you really think about it, and I'm not trying to, believe me, you guys know I'm not trying to, damage control from Microsoft. That's actually pretty good that they sold 3 million. So look, let's play the waiting game. Let's see what happens like a year and a half from now. And if there's still a substantial gap between the PS4 and Xbox One, then all the PS4 fanboys could talk shit. But right now, chill. It's way too early. We have to wait for the must-have games like Titanfall, like Destiny, with the Order 1886. I think that's the name of it. I just totally pulled that out of my ass. We gotta wait for the must-have exclusives from both camps, man. Aren't they even coming out with Halo 5 this year? I keep hearing Microsoft talk about, or I would keep seeing articles, I mean to say. Wait, it's gonna be the waiting game. And then a year from now, if like PS4 is at like 8 million units and the Xbox One's at like 4.5 or 5, yeah, then you could start running your mouths. But until then, go watch some porn. Horse porn. It's more entertaining. Alright guys, make sure to rate, comment, favorite, and subscribe. And as always, thank you for supporting Review Tech USA. Have a good one.